Good morning, people off the internet. Today I am redoing the floor. I've been debating it for days. Problem is, the guy who started this van build just put tiles down on top of the insulation on the floor, which is great. I mean, the tiles are quite thick, but as I've started moving around in it, the tiles are starting to separate. They're not glued down or anything, they just click and connect. Problem is, they're not connecting anymore. They're starting to shift, and that's because the floor isn't obviously flat, because he didn't put any plyboard underneath. So I bought some ply sheets. Now, fortunately, when I got the van, the guy did supply me with the wood already cut out, but I'm making a hash of it and doing some adjustments myself. Just wait for this loud vehicle to pass. Yep, that's it, throttle it. Okay, so what I'm going to do then today is I've got a sheet of 9mm plyboard. I'm going to cut out a template, sort of hash it of where I want it to be, and then I'm going to put it together and just slide the sheet in. I may need a second sheet. Looking at the back, yeah, it looks like I'm going to need a second sheet because these aren't very long. I should have thought about that. It was an impulse buy, but yeah, let's just crack on with this. I'm going to have to lift all the tiles back out and hopefully salvage 80% of them and put them back on the plyboard. That's the plan. And then I've got spares that I'm going to use to patch together. I don't know if you can see this, but Jesus, the flies are alive in September. What the fuck's woke them up? It's getting warm here, so I'm going to make the most of the day. I'll chat to you in a bit. I keep forgetting you're watching. Oh yeah, so I took a template at the far side of the van that I couldn't get to. So this is the original, and I overcut it. So I've corrected the template. So the gap between the original one and this one, which sits at the far side of the van, so it would slot in that way. I've got bits and pieces, so I've got the support, so I cut too far, so I've marked out where I cut too far on the template, and again I cut too far here, and this is the wheel arch as well. So I've cut it out of my new sheet, and it fits snug, so I've left the bits that I needed still in. Now what I'm going to do is cut 7 centimetres, a full length line, 7 centimetres away from this, to make it fit the one that's in the van. So I'm going to do that now. Okay. What I need is a second sheet to act as a sort of a guide. So I have a bigger sheet over there, which is 18mm. And that's going to form the basis of a cabinet that's going to go over the top of my cab. I'm going to make a locker in there. Not sure what I'm going to put in it yet, but still, I'm getting on. Okay, so flies around here are horrendous. So I'm going to do that now, shift all this stuff out of the way, stick it in time-lapse mode, and then you can see me make absolute balls of it. I'm trying to cut a straight line using not enough teeth circular saw. I should really have a 60 tooth circular saw. I don't. I think it's probably about 30 if I'm lucky. So I'm going to crack on with that. I'll probably tear the shite out of this, but to be honest, nobody's going to see it because I've got to lift all them tiles out and put them on top of these boards anyway. Okay, I'll crack on. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We have a fit. So this was the original. I'm going to keep that, obviously. That's a new piece of wood there, which has been cut around all those glittery little bits that you can see. So that's the first bit done. Next bit is to cut a shape for all of that. Yay! And then once I've got that in, I'm going to take all these tiles out and put them back in again. So we've got a solid floor. So I don't know what that's going to do to the levels. It's probably obviously going to make it a little bit higher because there's insulation underneath this wood under the tiles. So I'm going to do that, get this sorted now. I've got a big sheet of plywood still left. Hopefully it's enough to be doing me. Fingers crossed. We'll crack on with that. So back to Time Warp. So it's been a long day and the floor's in. It's a bit wobbly, a little bit, but it's a lot more stable than what it was. So what I'm going to do now is, because I've just put these tiles in, I have to get a hole to go in for the rock and roll bed to be positioned back in again. So I have to drill through the tiles, and I've brought the rock and roll bed back in just to keep the tiles firmly pressed down, and then so they don't lift as I drill through them and they just cause a whole hassle. So if I can get the two first ones in, I can position the bed and then just drill from the top down, faffing about. So I'm going to crack on with that now, and just get this all finished up because I've got a lot of shit to put away. Those are going in the bin, and my yard looks alright messy. So I've got that to do, and then call it quits for today, because this was a full day's job, more or less. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Like and subscribe. We'll finish off with, is there anything? Yeah, I'll put you under the van and have a look. Alright, see you in a minute.